Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at the Astrek Rhino and see if it is viable in competitive Firefall PvP. After the patch, I had no idea what to think of the Rhino in comparison to its old version. I definitely had to see it in tournament play to see it used properly. Instead of being tanky, the Rhino is actually an amazing DPS that boosts the damage of your team while blocking enemy damage really well. As the name indicates, the role of the Rhino is to charge their targets and mow them down. It's really fun and disruptive. But you still have to be careful because you still take the same amount of damage as anyone else. If your defensive abilities aren't positioned correctly, you will die instantly and just let the fight turn into a 4v5 before it even starts. But really, you can talk about correct positioning with any class. It's just hard to see the strengths of the battle frame if you can't get up close to your targets. The primary weapon for the Rhino is the heavy laser machine gun. This gun has a massive clip, like every dreadnought type, and deals 80 damage per round, 120 if it's a headshot. Easily grind through your targets up close, but doesn't have the same shredding AoE capabilities the Core Dreadnought's explosive rounds provides. Not a deterrent for this battle frame, just letting you know. But the Rhino's alternate fire is where his damage spikes like crazy. The alternate fire creates a concentrated laser which rips through multiple enemies for 80 damage a tick, but you can easily do 80 times 20 damage in less than a second. It stacks up really fast. But it comes at a cost as it consumes ammo at an incredible rate. So be careful of how long you hold down the right mouse, because it will go through a clip in 3 seconds. Also, its range is pretty short, so it shouldn't be used for every engagement, but catching someone off guard just got a lot more advantageous. The secondary weapon for the Rhino is the assault rifle. It does 70 damage a round, so unless you need to finish someone off at a long distance, there is no reason not to use the laser machine gun. But let's move on to the abilities. The first ability for the Astrek Rhino is the Gravity Field Grenade. This ability launches a grenade that detonates to form a gravity well. Any enemy weapons fire that passes through the well is pulled into the center, while anyone caught near the well are held in place until the well dissipates. This is a great shield for close quarters fights. It lasts 7 seconds, giving your team plenty of time to fire away, while the enemy team can't touch you and will be forced to run if they didn't get caught in the gravity well themselves. The second ability is Sundering Wave. This ability erupts a wave of kinetic energy from your suit, weakening enemies slightly while leaving them vulnerable to additional attacks for 5 seconds. This is great for initiating teamfights. If you catch a large portion of the enemy team with this ability, they will all take 20% extra damage from your entire team for the next 5 seconds. It's crazy good if you can pull it off right. Sundering Wave, along with Gravity Field, can quickly end a fight with your alternate fire. The third ability for the Rhino is Charge. This ability gives a momentary speed boost that can also trample enemies that stand in your way. This is your initiation tool to get up next to your target quickly. This does stack with other speed buffs, so teamed up with an Electron or Tiger Claw, and the enemy won't even see you coming. Finally, the Rhino's ultimate ability is the Dread Field. Once your HKM is full, this ability continuously siphons power from the battle frames of nearby enemies for 10 seconds. This is great in open areas to keep your targets on the ground and easy for your team to kill. The Rhino's passive is Personal Shield. Every time you use an ability, you will gain a shield that will absorb a small amount of damage, about 350 I think. This is really useful when you are initially charging the enemy team while you're getting all your abilities off. All in all, this makes the Rhino super destructive and annoying. Your abilities disable the enemy team while making you their only target because you're right there. But with your shields and a proper healer, they can't kill you faster than your condensed laser will kill them. So I definitely say this battle frame is viable competitively for its team fighting capabilities. But that about covers all I have to say about the Astrek Rhino for this video. I hope you learned enough to get started and are encouraged to play around with this frame. If you liked the video, feel free to click the like and subscribe buttons below for future content on Firefall PvP. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.